the world-famous Walt Disney World Resort, and the ESPN Wide World of Sports Complex, where today it's the 2011 AAU Scholastic Wrestling Duel from the HP Fieldhouse. Lord Jamal, ESPN 3. An AAU Wrestling Scholastic Duel. The Middle Atlantic Blue taking on the Keystone Brawlers Elite District All-Star Division. Great wrestling coming your way, everybody, and we are pleased to have you with us. I'm Kevin Cork, and alongside the coach, Jim Gibbons, and we are thrilled to have you with us because if you like wrestling, you'll love what we have today because we have some of the very best from the Keystone State of Pennsylvania going head-to-head. And, Coach, I must say, having seen them wrestle for the last several days, it's been good.
It has been good. You know, these wrestlers are from the Keystone State, but they've had to beat out several wrestlers from all across the country to get to this point here to be in the finals of the AAU Championships. And here's part of their road to the finals.
As you take a look at the road to the finals, you're right. You know, it seemed like just about every other year we were talking about Diesel in the finals, Sampson in the finals. Well, this time, Mawa Blue and Keystone best them both in the semifinals to make their way here to the finals, setting up the all-Keystone State matchup between these two clubs.
Yeah, you look at those scores, but a lot of those
2011 AAU Scholastic Wrestling Duel, Evan Botwin and Vito Pasone. Should be fun. I love seeing that. Vito's a good kid, too, by the way. As we take a look at the officials, by the way, they are mic'd up, so you'll hear them not only instructing, telling the wrestlers, you know, when they're in, when they're out. You'll also hear when there are points earned. Instructing the wrestlers to stay active, keep going, keep going.
Pasone is kind of warding off a nice little shot there by Devin Botwin. Botwin comes up with the takedown. A nice little job of a little low shot there, and gets right up on top. And that's one thing that you see with Pennsylvania wrestlers, and it's just so well schooled in the top position, and so really come up high, work the wrist ride right there. You see the 2-on-1 wrist ride that Botwin is putting on right there. They'll get a new start.
Botwin,
bottom man set,
out of Wyoming Seminary.
Yeah, that's in Wilkesboro, Pennsylvania, I believe.
Very strong.
Yeah. There's an escape. Scores now 2-1. Botwin back in another low single leg shot, and Pasone had a difficult time with that. Just kind of flopped out, and just didn't really contest it very much at that point. Now he's back in on a wrist ride, really in some trouble, and Botwin has got 2 takedowns in the match. Got a lot of confidence going. 40 seconds left in the first period. Nice period going for Botwin.
Green, you're down.
Evan Botwin got 6th in the Pennsylvania, actually 6th in the national prep this year.
The obvious aggressor right now, leading 4-1 here in the first.
Nice little single wrist ride. I like to call that a cross wrist ride when they reach across. He has coming up from that far tricep right now. Good angle of that on our ESPN cameras. Pointing that shoulder back down.
Trying to get him rolled over. Obviously leading right now, not just in points, but obviously the aggressor as the first period winds down. Evan Botwin.
He wasn't really trying to turn him over there. He's just trying to establish physical dominance there. You know, taking that arm, popping him, just let him know that he's in a match. Pasone, I think if he wasn't aware of it before, he is now.
He is now, right?
Yeah. And he's got to get a shot going of his own. Nice on far leg. Kept the arm. Gets the 2-point takedown. So Botwin gets his third takedown in the match so far. At this stage of the match, too, you're thinking about team points. You know, if I get an 8-point decision, then I can add another point for the team. So instead of getting 3 points for my team, I can get an extra point to make it a 4-point contribution.
Which could pay dividends later in this match.
Definitely.
thinking right now?
Well, he's got to try to get his hips out and create some back pressure back into Botwin. You see how his stomach is on the mat right now. And the problem is right now he's wrestling with his elbows out and his wrists in. See how the elbow is out? That makes it really easy for you to get your wrist tied up. And you got to flex yourself, bring those elbows in, bring your wrist out. And maybe we'll be able to see examples of that later in the match. But it provides problems because now you've got a chicken wing and a wrist ride because the wrist is in and the elbow's out, and that's the net result right there, which is back punch. He's going to come all the way across.
I think he's done.
No, he's going to fight out pretty well, but what Botwin is going to try to do after he settles back here is potentially he's going to run out of real estate.
He ran out of real estate, didn't he? Yep.
Big size difference between these two wrestlers as well.
And you know when you've been on your back for that long, it just absolutely kills you. The fatigue begins to set in.
Well, you got to work a little harder, no question about that. But that was a nice job by Pasone, just getting an escape and turning back in.
We're watching the 12s right now.
Yeah, it's an opportunity for Pasone is when he gets there, there's just kind of a head wave and a shot. He likes being in this front head block position. He's going to run out of time. So now, third period, and Pasone is looking to
Green one's been top.
choose the neutral position. And if you're going to choose the neutral position, actually you're going to choose the top position. Now, this is a little bit of a stretch.
Top man.
He hasn't been in the top position very long. He's going to go ahead and try to get back points of his own and try to get some side tilt. And nice job by Botwin driving back into that. And what he did there, Kevin, he got his hips out of the way, and once he was free, he went right into attacking back in and kind of caught Pasone napping a little bit. He got an escape and a takedown.
2 more points on the escape and a takedown to boot.
Working a good chicken wing, far wrist ride. Looking for, waiting for Pasone to go ahead and bring his hips up, and then he's going to try to load him up and tilt him. Here comes the far wrist. And pretty good effective parallel ride. He's got the extra team point that he's looking for here with the 8-point margin.
Up at 9 right now.
Yeah, and Pasone just got one for stalling, another one of those, and he adds to his cushion. You know, this is the point of the meet here. If you're Pasone, you're battling for a team title right now, and something like a reversal, something big right now. Just getting a reversal, getting back on top could take away that team point. Botwin is looking extremely tough in the top position, riding really hard on the right, good spiral ride. Staying pretty much parallel. Actually, you could warn the top man for stalling here as much as the bottom man. The bottom man is being dominated. That's a potential reversal situation. Not going to have enough real estate to work with.
Real estate, not nearly enough time.
Yeah, but that almost got his hips out there.
That was close, wasn't it?
Yeah. Big size difference between these two guys. One's long, lanky, and maybe it's got a little weight to get here. Made a difference, so nice win by Evan Botwin.
And you talked about getting that 8-point margin of victory. You get that, you pick up the extra point, and on cue, he wins 11-2, 9-point win. Very impressive outing by Evan Botwin, adding to his team's point total. We're coming